Today I will be learning about the French resistance during World War II. This is something that is really interesting to me. This is a very short video, 4 minutes long. There were many other videos that were way longer, but I didn't know which one to trust. So I want to begin reacting to this one to get a grasp of the actual French resistance, like a very quick description. And then if you have any good videos, even if they are, I don't know, 30 minutes, 40 minutes long, I will still be doing them because it's a topic that really piques my interest. So yeah, let's check out this video first.
The French Resistance, World War II. The surrender of France to Germany in 1940 damaged the pride of the nation. French citizens felt let down by the government and were further angered by the Nazi collaborating Vichy government that emerged. Resistance soon took place in different ways after Charles de Gaulle encouraged the fight to continue after the impending German occupation. Groups such as the Maquis were men and women who avoided Vichy France's forced labor by hiding in the mountains. They used violent means and guerrilla warfare tactics, attacking the milice and the German occupiers and sabotaging their communication lines and vehicles. Other resistance groups used non-violent tactics, publishing anti-German and anti-Vichy underground newspapers and broadcasting radio programs. At first, it was hard to get the resistance groups to merge together because of all the differences in politics. Some supported Charles de Gaulle, while others wanted a communist post-war France. The men and women of the French resistance came from all parts of French society. They included people from different classes: professors, students, Catholics, Jews, foreigners, liberals, anarchists, and communists. For the resistance to become effective, it needed to maintain the hope that liberation for occupation would eventually happen when it seemed impossible to most people in 1940. The French population would continue as normal so the resistance could blend in, as it was important to never attract attention of the enemy. But there was still a danger that fascist sympathizers could infiltrate the resistance and betray them to the enemy. To continue the fight and unite all the loose collections of political groups, the French resistance would need outside help, which it found in the British Special Operations Executive and later on the American Office of Strategic Services. These allies provided weapons, equipment, and training to the resistance movement, and in exchange, the resistance sabotaged Axis industry and transportation and provided intelligence reports. The weapons and equipment used by the French resistance were British or American supplied or were captured from German troops. British Sten guns were airdropped in large quantities, suitable for resistance fighters because they could be disassembled and assembled quickly, making them easy to conceal.
Bruh, I mean, this is really cool. This is really cool. You will see, when you get taught, especially in Italian schools, about World War II, it's all about dates, events, and all that. But this is really cool. I love that. I love that.
One trick the Maquis found was to wrap the barrel in wet rags, which would not only delay overheating, but also convey an effect of heavier firepower, making the enemy more cautious in an ambush. Well-rod silenced pistols, explosives, and wireless radios were also provided by the SOE. The most common captured weapons included the Kar 98K rifle and MP40 submachine gun. The Maquis sometimes wore armbands with the Cross of Lorraine or the initials FFI on top of the French tricolor as a form of insignia. After Operation Barbarossa,
Wait, what does this symbolize? What is the meaning of this symbol with the two cross, one stack on top of the other?
Of the French tricolor as a form of insignia. After Operation Barbarossa on June 22, 1941, French communists enthusiastically joined the resistance movement and political differences were temporarily set aside. The introduction of compulsory labor service by the Vichy government and their actions against Jews also helped the resistance movement grow as the war continued. In 1944, the French resistance would play a vital role in D-Day, sending thousands of intelligence reports to the Allies, while also preventing German movement of reinforcements into Normandy by sabotaging enemy transportation. After the landings, a large amount of resistance fighters were organized as the French forces of the interior, becoming light infantry units alongside regular French forces and the British and American allies that had landed. Alongside their allies, the resistance would fight against the German forces, rounding up collaborators and liberating towns, villages, and eventually Paris, on August 25, 1944. Subscribe for more World War II videos. Get your copy of
That
Simple
was
History
really
World War
interesting.
II today. Thank you guys for all your support on the Simple History YouTube channel. If you
Yeah, go and check out this channel, Simple History. I don't know why I'm not subscribed. I'm gonna leave you a link in the description. I just wanna say one thing before I wrap up this video. That is, this goes to show that most of the times, like, of course, like, Americans played a huge role in liberating Europe during World War II, especially at the end. The Allies played a huge role, but it's often underplayed the role of the partisans, especially here in Italy. Most of the times they act like they didn't really do much. It was just all merit of the Allied forces for the liberation of Italy from Nazi occupation. But yeah, come on. I'm sure, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how in France this is viewed, but come on. It's not often been talked about the French resistance, I must say, especially from a point of view of, I don't know, when I hear stories about World War II, it's hard to hear about that. It's so like, yeah, it's just thanks to the Allied forces on D-Day. There's not that much credit being given to the French resistance. So that's a topic that I want to explore. Come on, I want to explore this topic way further. So if you have any good videos in mind, songs that I can hear to learn more about it, or videos that will explain more about the French resistance, definitely let me know down in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video.